Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Dear Diary podcast with your host, Val and Lynx. Dear Diary.
A couple nights ago, when was it? Was it last night? Or I don't remember when, but I had this need that I wanted to repaint my nails because like the color of my nails, they were like a copper color, but I didn't paint them right, like well the first time. So I was like, let me repaint them. But here's the thing with me. I take forever to remove nail polish and put nail polish on. It's like a max of like 2 hours just for me to take my nail polish off and put nail polish
Two
back.
hours? What are you
Yes.
doing?
I'm so slow at it and I don't know why. So today, or whenever I did this a couple nights ago, I was like, okay, I'm going to break this process up and I'm going to take off the nail polish. And then, like a couple days from now, I'll paint my nails. I still haven't painted my nails yet. But I was sitting on my floor and I just had like the nail polish remover and I was like listening to music or like another podcast or something, I don't know. But I was removing the nail polish and I ended up spilling the nail polish on the ground. So now I had this big puddle of like nail polish remover on the
I was
ground.
going to say nail polish remover.
Another remover, and I just had like a big
Okay.
puddle of it on the ground, and I was like, well, what do I do now? So I took the cotton balls and I was like dipping it off the floor and rubbing it off my nails.
Yeah.
But then after I got all my nail polish off, and I don't remember the last time I've seen like naked nails. So it's like every time I look at my hands, I'm like thrown off a little bit, and
Right.
I cut them so they're like shorter than normal. But I was like, all right, let me just like clean everything up. So I had like the nail polish off my nails were all removed, and like I was throwing away everything, and my fingers, they felt so artificial.
Why?
And I don't know why, because I don't know if it's like the nail polish remover I have or something, but it's like I feel like they're just fake. They felt so fake when I rubbed my fingers together, like they didn't feel like fingers anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like they still don't really properly feel like fingers. They feel like there's like a thin layer of plastic over it, if that makes sense. And I don't know why it's doing that. And I had the same feeling. Like, remember in lab when we had like the specific faucet for like DI water?
Right.
DI water to me just feels more slimy. And I don't think anyone else thinks this.
I don't think I've felt like touch DI water that like to really pay attention to like
No, yeah, but it's always
slimy or
felt
not.
more slimier to me. And I'm like, that's why it's like every time they're like, oh yeah, you can just use like DI water to clear it out. But I'm like, it's fake water. But like DI water has like a scientific purpose, right? So it's like it's good when you're dealing with like chemicals and stuff. But in my head I was like, it's just so slimy. And it was, anyways, like I sat there for like maybe 20 minutes just kind of rubbing my fingers together because it felt so weird.
So the nail polish remover I have is like 100% acetone, so it's like really strong in general, like to put on your nails. So like my sister will do my nails and like she'll put like a little drop of acetone and it like dries up your skin like really bad. So like she'll always like have to like I have to put like a bunch of lotion on after like I use it and stuff. But like she'll put a drop on it and you can just see like a little circle like on my skin like where it dried up, like 'cause it's like really strong. But I was sitting and watching TV one day and was like painting my nails and like because I was just bored. So I was just sitting there and like using the remover to take off like whatever existing polish I had. And this was a few years ago. But then I spilled the acetone on my table, like is it a coffee table, I guess, that people, I don't know, the one that I had like in like the living room, and so like there's like black paint on it, and so when I spilled it, like a layer of the paint that was on the table came off with it, and there's like a glass on top of it, and so there was like it's like black underneath and then there's like glass on top of it, so like the glass, it like it's a liquid, so like it went under the glass and got onto the actual like surface of the table, which is why like the black started to peel from there. So like as I was cleaning it up, like it peeled and there's like just like brown, like a brown like big mark on my table, and like we like and you, it's a glass on top of it, so it's very obvious that something like happened. So we like covered it up with like puzzles and stuff. Like we just put like artwork underneath the glass and stuff. So like that's like there, but like either way, like that it was really bad. Like I've like never painted my like did like my nails anywhere like that would be the slightest bit like it ruin stuff, but it's dangerous nail polish remover. I will say that.
Here's the thing, like my nail polish remover is on my desk because I've been planning on painting my nails. Yeah. And I can't paint my nails unless I have like the remover handy. And mine's non-acetone.
Okay, yeah.
And I think maybe like because I feel like when you're removing nail polish, like you always want to use an acetone based nail polish remover,
yeah,
because it works easier. And I've always struggled with removing nail polish,
and I think that's probably why. Because
and it may be because of that, because of this entire time, like I haven't bought new nail polish.
Yeah,
because like I put it on and then I leave it, and then it's like when it's only like completely chipped, I like repaint it, and I'm like I'm like you're a much avid nail polish wearer and enthusiast more than I am. And it's like sometimes you'll just do my nails for like whatever reason, right? So it's like I've never felt like the need to go buy more. But I've always thought it's like if you have older nail polish, then it's like going to be harder to remove. But it could be that. It could also just be the nail polish remover. But I do still take like 2 hours. I thought about buying nail polish though when I was in the TJ Maxx line. Because like the little OPI bottles are right there.
Like it's like $3.99. Honestly, what was so annoying, every time I go to TJ Maxx, I'm like, oh, I want to get nail polish, so like I always go, and they only have it like in the line, and there's always like the TJ Maxx that I'm always at is like the line is always so long, and I feel weird like just standing. I was just standing there like looking through the nail polish, and I was like, okay, like people like want to like get past the lines moving, but I'm stuck at like looking at the nail polishes like in the line. So it's always like super stressful because I'm like, I want to get through, but I want to look at the polishes, and so like I go through all the colors, and it's really hard and it takes forever. But like I try to make it like my right after I get into the store, if the line's short, then I like do that first and then go through the line after, because it's just like really inconvenient because I don't want to hold up everyone else because I want to look at the colors that they have.
Yeah, the line is always long. I mean, I don't go often because it's not on my side of town, but when I did go last weekend to go shopping, I do think I will go again. Not like soon.
I like going, yeah.
The outfits, kind of a vibe. But, no, yeah, it was like super crowded. When I must have been in the store for like 20 minutes because I hate shopping. I was just kind of on a mission, so go in, go out kind of thing. I went in and like I don't remember the line being crowded, but by the time I went into the line, it was like through the entire line, right? Like where the thing is, and then like it extended back.
Yeah,
and I was like, what the crap is this?
It's always really long.
I mean what's like good about those kinds of lines is like they were going pretty fast. So it like wasn't terrible. It was annoying to like stand in line, but it wasn't like, oh my goodness, like this. It wasn't like Black Friday lines.
Right,
those are horrible.
Yeah, I like don't think I've been Black Friday shopping in a long time though. Like I used to go often, but I think now because like a lot of things are just online these days. Like my parents would just like go online, but then my dad like always will be going to Best Buy like early in the morning, and he never buys anything. Like, he just goes for the experience. I guess
this last year, I don't think I go. The thing is with me, it's like I never have things that I want to buy, right? Because I mean, you know, like I hate buying things.
Yeah.
I like will only ask for things or buy things if I feel like it's absolutely necessary and I see it like benefiting me. So it's like Black Friday shopping. It's always fun to look at the deals, and if there's like a good deal, then like I'll like think about Black Friday. I don't know if it's like Black Friday explicitly or if it's Thanksgiving, but Converse, I think, from what I remember, had like a good sale. And I do need some new Converse, so maybe I'll buy some. Anyways, but I remember like when we were younger, like we would go like to the stores and stuff. But like as you get older, it's like there's no longer things that you want that aren't electronic, and electronic stuff are like usually online.
It's so expensive too.
Yeah, but it's like if they're either online or like at like Best Buy or like maybe one or two other stores. So it's
Yeah.
like you don't really have a reason.
I remember when I like not like a big purchase, but like it's honestly a small purchase, but like when I like the most like 1 year, like usually for not Best Buy, for Black Friday, I like have things like I'll like say like I'll want, but like I don't really need it like at the moment. Like I don't wait for Black Friday necessarily to buy them. I just like I always have things in my mind. I'm like, oh, I want to have like I just want a lot of things, which is like the opposite of you. But it's like I'm like, yeah, like I want to get this and this and like, but I don't usually buy those for Black Friday. I just get them later in the year or something like that. And so I remember 1 year I really wanted the Just Dance game for my Wii. And so I was like, so like, I just wanted it really bad. And I was telling my dad, and my dad were like just talking about it. And my dad went to Best Buy as usual, and he went and he got me the game. And I remember being so mind blown about it because like we never get anything really that big for Black Friday. But I was like, oh my gosh, I got Just Dance. And I remember opening it and like going crazy, and I played it for hours and hours. Now it's just sitting there. But it was a big deal back then. It was kind of crazy.
I remember, I think when we were like super into Just Dance, I think it was like, I bought Just Dance 3, and that's the one with California Girls. And I remember that was like big. But then Just Dance 4 came out, or 20, whatever it was called. But that was the one with like.
Oh, wait, I have 3 and 4. I'm literally looking at it right now. I can see it. Yeah.
I think Just Dance 4 was bigger. And
I think so.
That's the one with like Kiss You by One Direction. And I think Mr. Saxo Beats on that one too.
Yeah. That one and like
a couple other like banger songs.
Can't remember any of them right now.
But I'm being like
Call Me Maybe and like no, Pump It's on Just Dance 3. There's a
Pump It's on Just Dance 3, California Girls about Just Dance 3.
Oh, I Got a Feeling.
No.
That's on 4. No, that's on 4.
No, there's another. Oh no, Pump It is about Guy Peas. I Got a Feeling might be Just Dance 4, but like anyways, I remember Just Dance 4 coming out and being like, darn, I just got like Just Dance 3.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang.
They came out, I feel like, a lot closer than a lot of games. Or maybe it's just because I might have bought it toward the end of like when people were getting it, but like I just remember like I would like just get Just Dance 3 and then like 4 would just come out. Like I would come out soon after. Like I don't think there was a big of a gap in between the games. I don't know. Are they still making them?
I know at some point Just Dance was no longer like Just Dance 4, and I think it turned into years.
Yeah, because I have 2016 as well.
I don't know after that though.
I just don't know if there's anything in. Let me look. I'm curious.
I remember I got like a TikTok on my For You page that was like, you can play Just Dance off your phone now.
Yes, I tried it.
Was it fun?
It's like the phone acts as a remote. It's like having a Wii remote and playing Just Dance. So it like can detect your motion like based on like the way that you're holding your phone. Still? I feel like honestly I don't remember. There were like a few dances you could do. I remember not liking it, and I don't remember what the reason was now that I think about it. But for some reason I didn't like it, and I think because I wanted it to be, I think I wanted certain dances, and I think like you had to pay for like that video game, like that disc. Yeah. Kind of like it's like paying for the disc, but like it was just paying for the game on your phone. It was something like that. It says there is a Just Dance 2021 that we can currently buy.
What are the songs on it?
Let's see. Song list. Oh, wait. I actually remember seeing this because the songs are familiar. There's Billie Eilish, All the Good Girls Go to Hell. They have Bailando. What? Bailando, okay. I thought that was on an old one. I remember doing the dance on an old one. I don't think this is right.
I don't know the words. That's the only words I know.
Let's see. It says,
is Watermelon Sugar on there?
Are you gonna load
on there?
Rain on Me, Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande. Adore You by Harry Styles on there. the Ice Cream, the Blackpink and Selena Gomez song is on there.
Does BTS have any songs on there?
I don't know on this one if it does. It's not telling me what songs. It's like it doesn't want me to know.
Just gotta buy to find out.
I guess. That's so dumb.
I don't think I've like. I don't know. I think Just Dance was like one of the best games on Wii. I think
it was fun. Oh, they have Hips Don't Lie by Shakira on there.
In 2021?
Wait, these are all old songs. Why are these? It says like there's Cheap Thrills, Into You, Sorry. Oh wait, no, this is Just Dance 2017.
Old.
This is Just Dance 2017.
Yeah,
it says
like,
hashtag Just Dance 2021, but then it says Just Dance 2017, which I don't know why it did that. The Weeknd Blinding Lights is on there. Say So is on there. Whenever it's like the TikTok dances at this point.
I mean, here's the thing though, those trends can help push songs.
Yeah, you know? Don't Start Now.
Oh yeah, Dua Lipa's probably gonna have a song.
Dance Monkey, Juice.
Oh, you're lying.
Senorita.
What if in the next one they put Astronaut in the Ocean?
I'm sure they will. What they would dance, I don't know, but they'd find something.
Have you seen the dude who Masked Wolf or whatever? Have you seen his Genius interview?
No, I watched his like live performance on was it Jimmy Fallon, I think.
So you know how like they give you like your verse that you have to like sing back, and you know how like the beat goes like "What you know about Roland." He just completely butchered the beat of his own song.
Oh, that's
sad. He just goes, "What you know about rolling down in the beat." That's so embarrassing for you.
Yeah, and it's your song.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I can never take Genius interviews seriously.
Yeah, it depends on the person too.
Yeah, but I feel like you have like mean people, right? Like shoot, I don't remember if they did this. I feel like Cody Ko and Noel, like they did a Genius interview for one of their songs, I think, but they just like were so serious but sarcastic about it, so it was like funny. But then you have like actual artists, right? So you have like I think Billie did one.
Yeah, she did.
I know Niall did one. I think I've seen Phineas do one. So like I've seen all these like people, like celebrity, and then you have like these random like influencers who get like a one. But the thing is, the only reason influencers are like as successful in like other realms and outside of what their like content creation is because of their connection with their fans.
Yeah, it is because of their fans. Like, if you have a good following, like, I feel like what you put out there, people will like it. Like, obviously, the people who wouldn't like it. I mean, it's not fair.
If you have, like, I guess it's not fair, but, like, do you think there's a stronger bond when it comes to, like, content creators? Like, okay, I've noticed this a lot, like, especially recently. It's, like, a lot of content creators, like, whether it's, like, a TikToker or, like, YouTuber or, like, any other, like, or is gamers, whatever, I don't really know. They have like their main source of like whatever, like of content creation, but a lot of them go into like music as well. And for the most part, people will also support the music part. Like I don't know for some reason right now, but were you familiar with the whole Logan Paul's drama a couple of years ago when he had beef with his brother Jake?
The song, I know. The real drama, not as much.
Okay, the drama's not important because I don't really remember it. But the song, what is it called? Because I know Jake's was Everyday Bro. I don't know. Logan's was catchy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I keep hearing it on TikTok all the time.
I think his was better. But in like that situation, even though it was like a diss track like towards his brother. He still had like a bunch of people like supporting him in like the music stuff. Yeah. But it's like that just gives like your fans to kind of like support anything you do without really considering it whether if it's good or not. But then you have like actual singers and stuff. And it's like they can't go out. I mean, I guess like if you're a singer you can go into acting. if you're an actor, you can go into singing. But
Right.
like outside of those, you can't really do anything that like you need a support base for, or like a supportive fan base for,
I
I
feel like
guess.
once you have like a good like fan base, it's easy to switch to different things. Like,
Yeah, but that's not, it's not like it's not fair. It's just, and like obviously like if you're doing something and like
mm-hmm.
another form is like something you can see, like a lot of people who are like YouTubers, YouTubers of like the gaming variety, like regardless of what
Mm-hmm.
kind of gaming it is, they also are like most of them. Well, I don't know about most of them, but a handful of them also like stream, right? But like they're
Right.
both games, you know, that they're like connected. So it's
Yeah.
like it makes sense to see the connection there. But if you're like a commentary like YouTube channel, and then you go over and you like start a rap career,
Yeah.
in like if your fans like follow through, it's like I don't know. I get it, but it's also like you're kind of just pushing people that may not be completely worth it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. But it's like, I don't know, like people, if you're like really, like fans will like try to, like depending on what it is, obviously, like fans will like usually like supporting like that person, like they really like the person. Like, yes, they might like what they're doing, but a lot of times they'll like watch for like the personality of the person or something like that. And so
Mm-hmm.
then when they switch into like, I don't know, like acting or something, they'll be like, "Oh yes, like this person's like great at like everything," like because they just think of the person. They don't really. I feel like people just don't think about what they're doing. Like if someone's like like if someone's a YouTuber, you just
But like
think of them as a
I
person.
get watching for like a person. Like I remember, what even was it? I don't remember what it was, but I got into like a Dylan O'Brien phase like years and years
Mm,
ago. And that started like, I was like, oh yeah, Dylan O'Brien, remember him. Let me, like, and that made me start like Teen Wolf. And
right.
after that, I was like, oh, I really like him in this. Let me go watch him in like this and this and this and this.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the thing though. I'm supporting, that's his career. He's an actor.
Right.
So it's like, I want to see how he acts. But if like he went to go sing, I might like check it out, but it's like I couldn't. I think what a lot of people do is like, oh my god, it's Dylan O'Brien. I love his song, and like the music hasn't even like dropped.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
true.
it's
I
like
feel
I
like a
can
lot of
tell
people.
it's
I
gonna
mean,
be
people
good or
just like the
something.
person so much that they just not necessarily like
That's
force themselves to
dangerous.
like whatever else they're doing, but low key kind of also like just forcing themselves to just
Do you
enjoy
think
whatever
like
else they put
content
out.
creators ever manipulate that? They know that they have a following, so whatever they do is gonna work out.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like once you're up there, like like worst case scenario, like yeah, like people might not support you, but I feel like if you have a decent following, whatever you end up doing, you'll have some followers, whether it's not like as big as what you had originally, but if you switch to something else, there will probably be a decent amount of people still following you. So it's like,
That sounds so. That's kind of terrifying to think about.
I mean, yeah, but it's like if you have like 50 million people following on YouTube and you suddenly start becoming an actor, you'll have like some of the people like they like the person who's a YouTuber, they'll also like them as an actor too. Like even if they're
But
bad at
like,
acting, like they're the worst actor on the planet, people will still support them because they like the idea of that person being an actor.
I feel like that connect from like fans of like going from like if, let's say like you had 50 million people, right, and then like this
Mm-hmm.
YouTuber wants to become an actor.
Yeah.
Let's say 10 million of the people follow. That's still so many people. 10
Right.
million people like follow over to like the actor side or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you wouldn't get that much traction as a real celebrity. I
Right.
feel like real celebrities have to prove themselves as they have to. It's much harder for them. Not much harder. They have to prove that they earn, like, how do I say this? Like, if you have like an actor, like a Hollywood actor,
Mm-hmm.
an A-list celebrity, you know, and they try to start a music career, they could put like their heart and soul into it. But if it doesn't
Yeah.
take off, then your fans aren't going to follow it. Whereas if you had like a pretty known like YouTuber
Mhm.
and they put a song out, they're more likely to gain traction for it.
Yeah. I feel like it's harder for celebrities. Like I feel like
That's why most of them just stick to what they do and they don't
yeah.
branch out.
Like
Or if they
if
branch
they
out, it's like business.
switch, it's like risky too. It's just like you
But
can lose a lot of
why?
people. I don't
Because
know why. I feel
celebrities
like
have
because
status.
influencers, yeah, and I think it's because of that status. Like they're already like way up there that people are like, oh, like they're like too high up for me kind of thing. But if it's an influencer, like anyone can be an influencer. Like it's not as difficult to get to where they are than it is to get to like a celebrity, you know? Like I feel
So
like
you
it's all
think it's
like
like,
I don't know, it's like it seems more tangible. Like if I like want to become a YouTuber, like I feel like I could try being a YouTuber versus me suddenly wanting to become like Taylor Swift or something, you know? Like a YouTuber is an easier goal than to be as like well
okay,
known as
yeah,
she is.
it might be hard to become Taylor Swift, but it's not easy to become like Emma Chamberlain. You know, like
Right,
they're
yeah,
still
yeah, yeah.
hard.
Yeah, they're both hard, just in different ways. And I feel like I don't know, because I feel like people see YouTubers as more like real people for some reason. Because like I don't know. I honestly don't
Here's
know
the
what it
thing though.
is.
It's like, yes, I feel like people kind of look at YouTubers and they're like, or like influencers, TikTokers, and they're like, yes, they're more real because I think you see them grow. But I
Yeah.
think people also overlook the fact that you've seen other people grow too. Like,
Yeah.
um, I guess like you see more of the growth in like a YouTuber, right? You see like the first upload, you see like the first maybe like viral video. With like
Mm-hmm.
actors, like I'm thinking Stranger Things cast, right? Like they got, let's say like they got casted for the role. Season one, they were like nobodies, you know? And
Right.
now like almost they're all getting like really big roles.
Right.
You know, after that was growth. You've seen them grow,
Right.
but it's like I think it's just the idea of like, oh, like they're doing like a real job, and YouTubers aren't doing like a real job,
Yeah.
but they're making bank. And I feel like
Right.
YouTubers are probably more manipulative because they're more in direct contact with their audience,
Yeah.
right? So
So like
you've
you have to
got like
know the system, like for YouTube. I feel like there's more like
not even system. I feel like you just need to know your fan base.
yeah.
If you know what kind of fan base you have, like if you have like an impressionable, younger demographic of people that like watch you, it's like you know that you could probably do like okay, I will say this. I think for the most part if you have a female heavy like fan base
Mm-hmm.
and you like I think they're I don't know if this is actually true. I just feel like maybe it's just younger. If you have a younger fan base, it's easier to get them to do things.
Yeah.
Because I think when you're younger, you don't make that distinction of people of like them just being like a you've normalized them being a person so much that you don't realize they're still just on the internet too. They're not like your friend. But with celebrities, they have that distance between you. So it's
Yeah,
like
I
much
guess, yeah.
easier for people to realize, oh, there's no way I could be different. But then these people are like, maybe I could be like a YouTuber, which is not true. Like you're still just like a statistic to them.
Yeah.
They're probably thankful for you, but it's like can't go up to them and be like, "Hey, bestie," or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
And because of
Like
that, they know that they can get away with more.
which is so weird, cause like well, like we would know them super well, right? And it's like, oh, like we know like you're like this and this and
You
this.
don't know.
Yeah, but we think we know. We think that we know
That's
a
the
lot about the
thing.
person, and then they know absolutely nothing. Like they wouldn't even know our names, you know?
No, but here's the thing. They think they. It's like It's not manipulation because that's not the right word. It's kind of big brained. I will say this because I remember. I don't remember who it was. Um, I think it was an old clip of Will Burr, so maybe, and he was talking about how, like, I can just lie to you right now and you wouldn't. He was talking to us like chat, and he's like, I can lie to you right now and none of you all would know.
Right, we wouldn't.
So it's like they put out this persona and they feed into it of like whatever details they want to give to like pump it up or whatever, whether it's fake details or real details or anything. But they push that image onto like their viewers and they make it personable, right? Like make it personal.
Right.
So their viewers are like, oh my goodness, like this person is so transparent. They're so this, they're so that. They make me feel like I'm their friend or something. Which, I mean, like, if that gives you comfort, that's great. Like, that's why some people are like comfort YouTubers, content creators for like reasons, because they're like, I guess for lack of a better word, comforting, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like once like they hit that like end stream, or like once the video is uploaded, you know, it's like they could be completely different.
Yeah.
And there's no longer like you're comforted by this persona that they put out for you, that they monitor and they manipulate. Not manipulate.
Yeah.
Manipulate sounds such a harsh word, but it's like they change for them. Like,
I mean, they're obviously going to be like they're not going to, like, everything that comes to their mind, they might say with their friends or whatever, but, like, when you're, like, have, like, viewers, like, watching you, you're obviously going to be a more, like, I don't know if censored is the right word, but, like, just, like, you know, a different
no, but that's
kind
different. That's, like, privacy, which I understand.
Right.
But it's, like, let's say I'm a streamer right now, right? And I'm, like, I want people to like me. So it's, like, hopefully people don't actually do this, and like if you preach something that you believe in it, but it's like, let's say it's like, you know, that your fan base is like a more like progressive fan base, and you start preaching like these like more progressive like ideals, but when you turn the camera off, you're like one of the most like conservative people ever, you know? So it's like you're pushing on a false image for these people to look up to.
Yeah.
And you're using their ignorance to your advantage.
Yeah.
And then people are like, which is a horrible thing to do, but it's like, then when all these things come out, people are like, how did we not know? Because they've gone so attached to this character that you put out, and that hurts a lot of them too.
Being like super attached to like a single person is like, or like a content creator is like really scary, because like yes, like it's good to like be supportive of them and like want, you know, like you like them and everything, but it's like if you're so attached, like I feel like some people just don't see like what they're doing could be wrong, like they'll still support them no matter what, which okay, you're loyal, but like
no, and I think that's something that a lot of younger people do. Like the younger people are like very, very obsessive over certain creators. And I also think it kind of comes from like the creator side too.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure it's hard to find like this balance, but it's like honestly, like a creator saying that they like are very appreciative of their fan base and stuff, there's no harm in that. And I don't think like saying it repeatedly or anything, like, because if it provides comfort to people, that's fine. But I also think at a certain point, people rely on that comfort too much.
Yeah.
Where like you can't deliver it to the extent that you probably are.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't know. It's definitely interesting to think about.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, I guess for lack of a better word, real celebrities, you know, they're probably always going to be much more, like, make much more, be well known, because their fame's more outlived than any content creators.
Right, yeah, for sure.
Because content creators, they come and go based off trends and what's like new now. But when it comes to like your actors and your singers and all these other people, like even your athletes, they're just feeding into entertainment that's been around for years, whether it's movies, TV, songs, sports. Everyone is constantly watching them.
Right.
So they're always going to be better than you.
Sad times.
Not that sad. I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like influencers get too cocky, and it's just.
Yeah, they do. I mean, you're making all that money. You have a bunch of people
You're making
supporting
a lot
you.
of
Like,
fast money. I
yeah.
think that's important to note. Fast money is not always the best. I
And
mean,
people just want to get more and more
make
money.
a lot of
like,
fast money as a real celebrity too.
Yeah.
Oops.
So now I think we're going to go and revisit the segment that we did in the first episode, which was Dear Diary, What is Life? And we just answered some really good, like thought-provoking questions that we found. And so I think
we'll start off with this one. This one was one. Oh no, my phone. This one was one that I didn't ask my mom recently, but I did ask her like in the recent months, I guess. Do we work to live or live to work? What are your thoughts?
I would say work to live because the way like our life is structured, like we have to do all this work in our like early age before we can like enjoy our life after, like with family or whatever else we want to pursue in the future. But in order to get there, you have to have somewhat of like education, like, and everything in order to get that life that you want. So I would say, I think I'd say work to live. Got it. What would you say?
I said live to work.
Yeah.
I think fundamental, like, I think like living to work is like living to work is more like you have to work, because if you don't work, it's very hard to like succeed.
Yeah, that is true.
Like if you don't work, you're not going to be able to live, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So like if you work, yes, you can work to like live for like life and stuff. But I think I don't know how to say like what I'm trying to say without saying live and work.
Yeah.
I just think like working is what we have to do, because it doesn't mean like your traditional like 9-to-5 job. It just means like you need to be able to support yourself. You need to be able to support your family.
Right.
And without those fundamental things, you're not going to be able to enjoy your life. And you can only enjoy your life if you have like that work, if you have like the resources you've gotten from work. But that's what you're doing your whole life. You're going through like this school, you're going through this school, you're going through that school, you have all these education, or you have like all these jobs, or you're struggling through like barriers that you may face, whether they're like economic or social, and like that's just all work that you have to get through.
Yeah, there is definitely a lot of work.
Through work you can enjoy, like like for some people, like a family is something that they want, and you can enjoy a family like all you want, right? But a family is still work.
Yeah, so like anything we want,
enjoyable, right? Like anything you want is work, and you have to put into it. And you can enjoy things, but that like in vacation, yes, a vacation is enjoyable. You can like live your life through like a vacation or something. But I think it'd be dumb to say that a vacation is like a completely like ignorant, like you're void of everything. No, there's like planning that goes into a vacation, you know?
Yeah.
It's also work. And then it's like, if you're working, you have to be able to balance out everything you missed from. Because it's more like vacations are always like these moments of like enjoyment. They're always going to be temporary. They're always a break from your constant work that you have. Because it's like, even if you like retire at like 60 and then you like go and like enjoy, you still have like responsibilities then. So I feel like our entire life is based off of working. We can take breaks to enjoy here and there.
Yeah, but we still are working.
I think our purpose in life is to work.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've learned how to work efficiently. Because I was talking to one of my friends recently about this, and we were talking about like whether we would suit a more European lifestyle, and she was talking about how one of her friends, I think, had like visited someplace in Europe or lived in someplace in Europe and came here for school or something. And he was like, yeah, like pretty much like you work like until maybe like 3 or 4, and then it's like kind of done. Everything kind of just shuts down, and you kind of just like lounge around kind of
Yeah.
thing. Which, like, yes, like if you look at like I guess like America as a whole, it's like you have like your 9 to 5 job, but you don't. Like I'm thinking of like families. You don't stop at. It's not like at 5. Yes, it's like relax time. It's like okay,
Yeah.
gotta make dinner. Gotta take the kids to
Right.
like soccer
There's
practice.
more
Gotta do
things.
this and that,
Yeah.
and then it's like there's so much more that you have to do.
Yeah.
So it's like that could just be a different in like lifestyles. Because then if I was like thinking about them, I'd probably say they live on a more like work to live.
Right.
I think we operate on a more on live to work.
Right.
That
Yeah.
could just be a difference in communities and societies.
That's true. Yeah.
My mom thought the way you did though. She was like, "You work to live," and I was like, "Nah,
Yeah.
that's too optimistic to think about
Yeah.
for me."
No, yeah. Like I think like I mean I'm definitely a way more optimistic than you, so like in general it makes sense like why I would say work to live
Here's the
versus
thing though, I wouldn't say. I think people are generally more optimistic than I am, but I don't think that default makes me pessimistic.
No, I don't think so.
I think I'm just more realist in all.
Yeah.
In like all seriousness, a lot of people.
I feel like you just think like like I don't know if it's logically, but I mean I guess it could be logically because it's like you're not really like I guess realistic is probably the best way to describe it. It's just very like okay, I'm thinking like this will like it's just very I don't know in order.
But I will say I think on like the more negative side in general because it's like
yeah.
Like if I'm presented with a situation that I have to act upon. I think I've had this conversation with my roommate before, but if she's like, what if it happens? You know, you never know until you try. What if it happens? And then I go, what if I don't get it? You know?
Yeah.
And so I put in all this work for like nothing.
Yeah.
So it's like evaluating both sides and like seeing which one is the best one. But I think a lot of people who claim to be pessimistic could actually just be realistic. The fact that I was like, because I'm just surrounded by like more happy people than I am, I guess, and more like hopeful people. So this entire time I was like, oh, I guess I'm just like a pretty negative person. I'm a pretty pessimistic person. And then someone was like, you're just thinking realistically. And I was like,
yeah.
Oh, snap.
I mean, it's good. Like, it's like, I don't know, like if I'm like the optimistic one and like you're more like it's better to have like see both sides because I feel like if sometimes like I'm so optimistic that I just don't think about the other side of things of like this being a problem and things like I'll just be looking toward positive things always, and so it's like it's good to consider both sides.
Okay, so the second question I have is, what standards do you judge yourself by? This is more kind of like a reflective kind of question. But like, what standards do you set up for yourself and like judge yourself by? I guess like in terms of, not like, let's narrow it down. Maybe like success. So like what, I guess.
Well, okay, well we're in like, we're like in college, you know, like I feel like our success can, right now is really like with like grades and things like, you know, because.
Okay, let's think long-term future. Right, like in the future, 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Okay, let's modify this question. 10 years from now, without like being explicitly detailed, because I know like you and a couple of my friends hate that I'm so picky about my future.
Yeah.
But okay, so it's 2021. You are 19. I am 18. 10 years from now, when you're 29, oh my god, in 10 years you're gonna be 30. That's so weird. What do you want your life to look like? Like in terms of like success, like where do you want to be?
Okay, so let's just go like I'm 30. Would we be done with school? I honestly could not even. I think we're like we're
1, 2, 3, 4 years of med school. So 10 years. So you've got
and then residency 3 years.
residency's not school though.
Yeah, but it's like okay, so I could be in residency. I could be
Done.
being toward the end, like being done kind of thing with schooling and stuff. So what is the question? What was it? Was it standards again?
It was what standards do you judge yourself by? But it's like kind of modifying the question. Like in 10 years, like where would you like to see yourself?
I think.
And like why are those the standards that you want it to be?
I would like to think that I don't know if married yet. I don't know if I would be with school and stuff, but like
I never be married, but I don't know about kids.
Okay, so 10 years from now, if I'm not married, I kind of like I hope like I'm like in like a serious relationship, like I like want to have kids and stuff for like in the future. So definitely like want to be on the way of starting like a family and things like that. But like career wise, like I like hope I'm doing something like I enjoy. I don't know, like with med school and stuff, I feel like with the stress and everything that the school can bring, like I don't know how much, like right now I'm like, oh, I like really want to do this, but who knows in the future if I'm still like feeling that same like motivation I might be having now. So like hopefully 10 years from now I like am I guess happy, yeah, but it's like like I hope like my life is like okay, like I hope I'm just not like a hot mess with everything, like I'm like I'm doing all right, like whether or not it's like it's not going to be perfect life, but like I just hope like I'm like.
Do you have like anything in specific, like more specific than that?
I don't think so, because like I don't like thinking of specific, like you do. I don't like, for me, like I don't want like me to like think of my life to be exactly like I don't want it pictured exactly a certain way, because like things will come up and things will change, and so it's like if I set myself like with these beliefs that like exactly these things are going to happen, then I'm going to be so focused on getting those that I might like, I don't know, I guess miss things is like kind of my mindset about it. So it's like I want kind of like guess to be surprised in a way, like just like to kind of go with the flow and see like what happens and like make life with like what I've been given. So
fair enough. I get that. All
right, what about you?
10 years from now, I think I'd still be like in residency, I'd assume, and doing school and stuff. I think my thing is like I get people think that I have like this exact detailed future, and like yeah, I do, but it's like I recognize that's just something that I kind of want, but it may not be attainable. You know, like I recognize that, so it's like it's kind of just like a fantasy almost at this time.
Yeah.
But where was I going with this? I do think. What do I think? 10 years from now, I think. I hope I'm doing well in like academics or profession or whatever it is. Because that'd be really sucky for me to go through all that kind of school just to not be doing well.
Right.
I guess hoping like this. I don't think I'd want kids by then. I guess like just a serious relationship would be fine for me at that point, because I don't know if I'd be ready to, you know, progress that. I feel like if you're in the medical field, it's so hard to like start a family early.
Yeah.
And you just kind of have to live with that. But I think more than anything, it's like not even like being happy with what I'm doing. It's just being happy in general. Because I can definitely see med school being, not even med school, like these next couple of years, the next 7 years of nonstop education. I can see them being so like mentally taxing, and it just starts running into the narrative of if I keep grinding now, it'll be worth it later.
Right.
And even though like if I were like wherever I am 10 years from now, if I'm still like I'll be out of school, I'm pretty sure. But it's like, and residency is also hard. It's not like I can just like take a break, but hopefully I'll be able to at least have a little more, I don't know, I guess normalcy. It's not like you're not
Yeah.
normal when you're in med school. I don't know.
Yeah, I do hope like I have clarity like with my job and like I like
I think you're
there's so
forced to have
many.
clarity in residency, right? Like at
Yeah.
residency, you have to like start like specifying like what do you know?
What do you
Like, do you
mean?
have like any idea of what you want to do?
I know something pediatric, like whether I don't know
Like for sure,
exactly. I really
or do you
want to
think
work with
things will
kids.
change?
I'm sure like I'm open to things being changed. Like I've always like from the beginning I've always did pediatrics and so like
Mm-hmm.
which like make it seems like I like am closed off to other ideas, but like I like want to stay like relatively like open minded to like other to different professions and stuff. But like pediatrics has always been like something like I want to do, and I think it's because it's working with kids. But there's like within pediatrics, I'm sure there's other like areas I could go
Mm-hmm.
into. So I don't know
You want to do
exactly, but I
surgery?
think like I could. I don't know. Surgery kind of scares me. Like the idea of like I don't know, like their life's like so dependent on me, and it's like
That's what a doctor is too,
I mean,
especially
even a
with
doc.
kids.
Yeah, I am like with a doctor the same. So I guess like I don't
Like
know.
I
I
feel
guess
like I get surgery being scary because like I guess you're like inside them, you know?
yeah,
But like I feel like dealing with kids is also just as scary because like you know it's terrifying the thought like I would hate to do any I mean things may change.
mm-hmm.
But the thought of doing anything like neonatal terrifies me.
Really,
Those are like a day old babies.
yeah,
They just entered the world. I don't
right,
know if I'm like mentally strong to deal with that.
yeah. It is scary.
I don't know though.
Yeah, I guess we just see what happens.
Let's see where we end up. It's not like we
Yeah,
can predict it. If you could predict it, if you could see the future, would you? Or no?
I don't think so. I feel like I'd like
Even
if I
if you
like
knew that, like, if you looked into the future now, like, you can't change it, like, your future's pretty much set, would you still
oh,
look?
if I know I can't change it, that's like more tempting because it's like because if I could change it, then I'd be so like focused on
Okay,
like trying to
how
change
about,
it.
how about there's a potential you could change?
Yeah, like if there's like if it's a feature I like, then I'd be so like focused on making like my life to like somehow match that feature. So like I feel like that would like kind of mess up like
But how are you going to know what decisions now are going to change your future
you
10
don't.
years
That's
from
why
now?
you'd just be overthinking absolutely everything because it's like, oh, in the future, like this was so great. I hope I can like stay on that same path, but you don't know how to get to that path necessarily. So you'd be
Yeah.
every decision in your life is just gonna be like, oh my gosh, is this? Am I on the same path now? Am I like, is it changed or whatever? So it's like, I would be
Yeah, but if you look at
so
the future and realize, oh, this may not be the one that I want, and you have the potential of changing it, you know?
yeah, which is
If you
nice,
don't look,
but I
then
don't
you're
know.
destined to something. You just don't know what that is. If you look, you have an idea of what you're on path for,
Yeah,
and
but I don't know
you
if
could
I'd want to
potentially
look.
change
I
it.
feel like it's just like a weight on your shoulders if you look. Like I feel like you just
Yeah.
know too much, and it just I feel like it just messes with my mind a little bit.
If I was given the option to like look into the future or something, I am calling like a PhD
I
professor.
would
I'm
want
like,
to look
you
into
deal
someone
with this.
else's future. Like
Would you
I
look
could
into my
look.
future?
Yeah, like I could look into yours, but I don't think I'd want to look into my own.
Okay, if you looked into mine, then what would you do with it?
I could tell
Would you
you.
advise?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll look into your future and tell you.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't want a
How is that
person.
fine?
I don't know, but I don't want to look into my own future. I just don't want to see it with my eyes, I guess. But
Shall I
I
draw
don't
it
know
out
if
for
I
you?
I don't know if I'd want to like tell. I wouldn't know if I'd tell you. I might be like, yeah, like you're happy, or yeah, you're sad. Like it's a hard life for you. I don't know. I just don't know. I guess it depends on like how looking to the future works. Like, do I just get like one picture and I just, or like if I can see like an event, like it depends on how the future, how looking into the future looks like as well. So
I guess.
I don't know. But I would rather see someone else's than see my own. Because I guess I'm too scared to look at my own. I don't know. I guess it's fear and also just wanting, I don't know, surprise the right word, but just like seeing, going with
of it. I think it's like, I don't know if I'd be opposed to it because of like I'm scared of like I could change the possibility. I just see it as like a spoiler to a movie, you know? I want to see the build up.
Spoilers.
I know, spoilers suck.
Alright guys, thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode. We'll be back next week with another new episode. If you like what you listen, go ahead and give us a follow, and please feel free to text us with any questions you may have about college or just life or advice that you'd like. Our email is in the description. It's deardiaryvl@gmail.com, and we'll see you next week. Bye!